Good morning, everyone. Okay, wanted to jump on real quick and cover the severe weather outlook for North Texas and Denton County. Uh, the next 24 to 36 hours could be pretty active for us. Today, the Storms Prediction Center day one outlook, they just updated at 11:30, and as you can see on the screen, there is a moderate risk of severe weather for southwestern Oklahoma, the eastern Texas Panhandle, and then down, including Wichita Falls, Childress, as far down to just north of Abilene. And that area, let me go to the tornado outlook and see what their percentage is. That area has a 15% chance of a tornado within any given 25-mile point in that area. So that's a really high tornado percentage. And then the enhanced area of severe weather, including most of Oklahoma, at least the southern 2/3 of Oklahoma, is a 10% chance of a tornado within a 25-mile area. And then surrounding that is the slight risk area, and that has a 5% chance. And Denton County is included in the 5% chance. But I don't want you to get tied up to the moderate, slight, and enhanced risk because Denton County, again, is in the slight risk of severe weather, but Dallas County and Collin County is not. So that's how, so does that mean the storm is going to come through Denton County and then automatically become non-severe as it moves into Dallas County? Of course not. So we're close enough that we need to pay attention. What's happening is a warm front is moving back north. And, this morning was cloudy and foggy. Well, the warm front has come through North Texas and Denton County, and it took all the clouds with it and cleared out the fog. And so the cold front is expected this afternoon to be across I-40 across central Oklahoma. And areas south of the warm front, say anywhere from 25 to 50 miles, that's going to be the greatest risk of severe weather and tornadoes. And that's why, if you look at the screen, the 10% area is really along and south of I-40. However, with a 15% chance of a tornado area that's where what we call a triple point, and that's where a cold front, the warm front, and the dry line is going to come together, as well as a upper level low. So that 15% area, the moderate risk, that's where all these air masses are going to clash this afternoon. Now, the National Weather Service in Fort Worth, they're saying they're expecting a cluster of thunderstorms to develop south of the warm front as early as 2 to 3 p.m. And most of these storms should remain over the west and northwest part of North Texas. So that would be, Jacksboro up to Bowie and in the Wichita Falls area. But isolated storms are also possible along the I-35 corridor and within the Metroplex as well. Large hail, damaging wind gusts, and tornadoes will be possible with this activity. And these early storms should move north into Oklahoma this evening and leave most of the area quiet overnight, except there could be some storms up by the Red River counties late tonight. And then the cold front will approach North Texas late tonight and early tomorrow morning and develop another line of storms in the pre-dawn hours. And these storms will also have the potential to be severe, with damaging winds being the primary threat, but large hail and isolated tornadoes would be possible as well with these storms that initially develop over the northwest part of North Texas. The storms should slowly move east through the morning and early afternoon, bringing a wind and heavy rain flood threat to much of North Texas. It's expected to clear the DFW area around 3 p.m., give or take an hour or so tomorrow afternoon. So we've got 2 rounds of possible storms. We have this afternoon into the evening, storms that develop out to our west and moves into North Texas. And then also the cold front that's going to be coming through the area late tonight, early tomorrow morning. There's going to be storms that's going to develop along that cold front. And again, all the storms should be out of the DFW area around 3 p.m. Again, give or take an hour or so tomorrow afternoon. And then as that cold front exits Dallas-Fort Worth tomorrow afternoon, East Texas and Central Texas that's going to be their time for severe storms. So I'll try to answer a few questions real quick. Hi, everyone. Again, the city of Denton is in a slight risk area for severe storms and a 5% chance of a tornado, given, again, when I say a 5% chance of a tornado, that's within a 25-mile point area. And I know it's confusing, but that's how the Storms Prediction Center, that's how they come up with these percentages. So 5%, no, I'm not going to get too worried about that. Now, out in the moderate risk area where there's a 15% chance, and in the enhanced risk where there's a 10% chance, yeah, I'll be really concerned, and I'll be watching the Channel 9 and Channel 4 up in Oklahoma City later this afternoon, watching their coverage of the storms. But I do think Denton County in North Texas is going to get some severe weather this afternoon. In fact, the Storms Prediction Center has already put out a meso discussion. And let me pull that up real quick to share with you. And for them to put out a meso discussion this early, that is a little concerning. Now, technically, it does not include Denton County. But again, the reason we need to pay attention to that is because this is what could be headed our way. So this is what they're concerned about here. So it's hard to find Denton County sometimes in all this mess, but there's Rockwall County. That's an easy county to identify because it's such a small county and it's a perfect square. So then to the west of that's Dallas County, and then there's Denton County. So parts of Denton County is technically included in this meso discussion. But what they're saying is mainly there's an 80% chance of a watch being issued in this area. Now, I don't think this first watch is going to include Denton County. Could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to include Denton County. But the Storms Prediction Center is saying increasing thunderstorm development, including a few supercells, appears possible as early as 1 to 4 p.m. These will pose a risk for large hail and perhaps a couple of tornadoes. So, and I did post this on our Facebook page and the group page, so you can read it. It is there. But again, it is normally it's a little early for them to issue a meso discussion before noon. But again, the environment is getting more unstable as we go through. I know here in Corinth, when all the fog and the clouds moved up, we jumped up 10 degrees. We're currently at 76 degrees here in Corinth. And so again, with the sun out, that's really going to destabilize the atmosphere and could cause the storms to be even more severe. Nothing on radar for North Texas and Denton County. And again, I think it'll be after 4 o'clock before anything could possibly affect North Texas and Denton County. But don't take that to the bank. That's just my opinion after looking at the models in the forecast. So we're going to start our feed, our scanner feed, within the next 30 minutes or so. And not that I'm expecting anything to go on the scanner, but that way when we do cut in and go live with our storm coverage, it's easier for us to do that. As well, once storms start to develop, we'll put up our live radar. And we've changed and added a radar to our social media platform, Radar Omega. It's a little bit expensive, but I've used it the last couple of days. Yesterday, used it for some storms up in Ohio, and then Monday used it for the storms that were in central Oklahoma, and I'm really pleased with it. So we're going to be trying out Radar Omega for our storms this afternoon and tonight. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and get more information from it. So yeah, all of North Texas, Tarrant County will be affected by these storms. Fort Worth, Tarrant County is actually in the slight risk area. Again, real quick, because I got to jump on a call. Let me show you the where the slight risk is. Yeah, so the slight risk really cuts through Denton County into Tarrant County and then out to the west. But again, don't get tied up in the slight and the enhanced risk area. We're close enough to the enhanced area to pay attention. We're still quite a ways away from the moderate risk area, but again, we do need to pay attention to what happens out west because it could affect us later on. So, but it is going to get stormy this afternoon, overnight. The main thing is have a way to receive weather warnings, especially after you go to bed at night, because we don't want any nasty surprises. So whether it's a weather radio, whether you sign up for so many of the code reds or Everbright, there's just so many. Google, emergency apps for your area and download something if you don't have anything. A weather radio's the best, but I know not everyone has a weather radio, but just have a way to receive warnings tonight after you go to sleep, because this could be an overnight event as well. But we're gonna like I said, we're going to start our scanner streams within the next 30 minutes or so. Again, not that I'm anticipating anything coming across the scanners, but again, once we start, it's easier for us to go live. And once storms start to develop, even out in West Texas, we'll put up the radar so that you can track the storms as we track them as they do move towards North Texas. And you can see when the warnings come across. So, but the main thing is I want everyone to stay safe. Don't panic. I know a lot of people get anxiety about storms. We just need to pay attention, be prepared, know where to go in case of a tornado warnings issued for your area. And we'll get through this okay. And I hope everyone has a great afternoon, and I'll be talking with you a little bit later.